Gary Bezos is going to come back with a full lock of hair, and he's going to get hair plugs of some kind, but he's just going to blame it on space travel. He's like, no, this is what happens when you go to outer space. It's just, I got lucky. So I think it's just Bezos trying to get hair again. Any theories? Any takers?
Gonna try and Fantastic Four it.
Yes. Is that The Rock? I don't know. Who's he's the bald one? The Rock guy. The guy who's like a rock. When he poops, it's gravel. That guy.
Not the actual Rock or the actor named The Rock. No.
No. Skipping Rocks is fun, but skipping all the Rock's movies is much better. I would much more recommend that.
I don't know how important this is to the whole conversation, but apparently one of the sticking points that Amazon had to Virgin Galactic was that Blue Origin's windows are bigger.
Well,
busted.
Bust.
That just seems like such a whiny Yelp review already. I mean, I was traveling in space, but the window is way too small. This is bullcrap. You're in space.
But
enjoy the window.
It's going to be my next point, because looking at, I guess they are very rapidly building the next, like the next Super Heavy.
Well,
and
they've already got number 3 on the test pad, and I think Super Heavy 4 is the one that's going to go orbital.
So we're talking about a super heavy pad here? The conversation veered. Okay.
Yes, Kirk, that we were roughly talking about that.
See, and here's the thing with sorry, I had a bit of a distraction here. An Amazon package that said it was supposed to be delivered an hour ago just showed up.
See, he knew we were talking about him. If you're gonna open it up, it's gonna be one of those boxing gloves on a spring, and just bam, right in the t-shirt.
That would be awesome. I would donate money to that cause.
Can we start a business that sends punches in the faces to people? Because that'll be huge.
I think that is. Let's stop talking about that now so that we can speak about it off air and see where we can get that going.
Let's see how we get that legalized. Okay.
Assuming that as more satellites go up, the receiver can get at least a little bit smaller or a little bit more portable, and the ability to bring, high-speed internet with you if you decide to go. I know it's kind of why would you bring, camping's supposed to be going out and yada, 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 but you could take it with you camping or, into the mountains, stuff like that.
I guess you could, but the old curmudgeon man says, don't do that. I'm Chris, back me up. I mean, GPS maybe to not get lost and not to die. Okay, but
I can't back you up on that, because I actually enjoy internet while I'm out camping.
Really? You can't even, to me, like, nature's a way you can step away from it and just get okay.
But every once in a while, it's nice to be able to throw a movie on. Like, when I hunt every year, by about the third day, I'm just like, all right, let's get some movies. Granted, we bring a DVD player and can do it that way, but the ability to just throw on some Netflix while I'm up, exhausted and just want to go to sleep. But hey, a movie would be nice. Let's watch that.
Well,
okay.
And internet, I mean, the pros and cons of it are debatable, but internet has become an essential, just essential in our lives anymore.
Well, yeah, it's ridiculous. Even spiders have their own website. It's called www.website.com. That's how far it's gone.
the Dragon capsule up, and then once it detaches, the Dragon capsule goes on its merry way, like to the ISS, which is how they get the astronauts from the ground here to the International Space Station.
Yep.
So, I'm riding a Dragon. Especially, I mean, how'd you get to space? In a Dragon.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure if you're a space nerd, you're also a sci-fi dragon nerd, so it's a double whammy.
Well, I mean, if you look at, and I could be wrong, I don't think I am, but the Falcon is named after the Millennium Falcon. So
all the Star Wars nerds are waiting. They're gonna go, if it's not that one, I'm not going.
Well, because what is the Blue Origin? What's the name of his that he's going up on?
New Glenn. Well, that's New Glenn is the orbital rocket. I can't remember what they're calling their suborbital one.
New Glenn is one of the names. That's the worst name. That's not cool at all. Glenn, I mean, Glenn's a nice guy, but I don't know if it's still new. It doesn't.
Or is it? So New Shepard is the one that they're.
New Shepard. That's correct.
And then New Glenn is the orbital one.
Is it gonna have a stick and there's gonna be sheep? What are they doing? He's a shepherd. They're running out of name ideas already. Well, that's a bad sign. It's still early on. Pace yourself, guys. You should still be coming up with good ones.
So
four in.
It's Shepherd. It's better than Virgin Galactic's. Theirs is called Spaceship 2.
This time it's personal. And the sequel is always worse. The sequel never lives up. Next one's Spaceship in 3D. Ooh, all right.
I mean, in fairness, Starship is a little plain and self-explanatory, but
the marketing guys really didn't think a lot. They didn't knock themselves out.
I mean, he wanted to call it the what was it? Was it the BFG? No, not BFG.
That would have been great. The Big Friendly Giant with whiz poppers. He could have farted his way to space.
Was it the BFR?
Yeah.
I think BFR. It was BFR for Big Fucking Rocket.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
See, that would have worked. That would have been funny.
See, that would have got me, because I would have been like, you know what? I like you. You're straight to the point.
Yeah,
what is
that? That's a big fucking rocket.
Well, touch on the Ingenuity helicopter that, of course, is up on Mars that we like so much.
The Space Whirlybird. What's up with it?
It's the Mars Whirlybird, Kirk.
Mars Whirlybird.
/ traffic copter. But it is done its 9th flight. I think I told you they pushed it further, faster, over some undulating dune terrain. And
they Chuck Yeagered it.
Yes, and wouldn't you know, it did just fine. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. They flew it longer than they had initially expected that thing to be able to fly, which, as John pointed out, they probably knew it would handle it. They just didn't have that as an expectation. And it is performing very, very well. Life is good for the Ingenuity. And we look forward to keep seeing this thing, see what it can, eventually end up doing up there on that big red planet.
Well done, Mars Whirlybird. You're making us proud. Well done. A little tear in my eye.
Making us proud. Earning that keep up there and scouting. And basically, they took pictures over the undulating dunes that never would have been taken because the rover can't traverse that type of terrain without the worry of it maybe rolling over or, getting broken. So, we got to see some stuff that we may not have seen otherwise.
It would be funny if the Mars Whirlybird, it had like the personality of like a slacker or like someone who's just, I don't want to do it. No, I'm not. Look, I went to Mars. That's far enough. I'm not going any further. Like, come on, Whirlybird. You're here. Fly.
Which is funny because that would mean the NASA astronaut who made it would actually program that in.
Why would you program for depression? Why? It doesn't need to feel. Damn it, Bob. Why do you always program feelings into the robots? It doesn't work.
Yeah, that would be funny. I would appreciate that.
All right. I'll write that down. Robots with feelings. So Kirk's Corner, I was going to talk about one of my other former jobs, and this is where I actually worked for it was called the Arizona Foundation for Legal Services and Education. And you want to ask me what I did?
What'd you do?
Kirk?
I don't know. Okay. In my defense, it was a brother's friend, and they needed to fill it immediately. So I just showed up, and like I would do stuff. People would ask me, and then I would come home, and they're like, "What did you do?" I'm like, "I don't know." It was, and it was the first time I worked in an office building, and I was on the 17th floor, so I got to ride an elevator every day. And I learned what I noticed was next time you're in an elevator, this is 100% true. Nobody stands up in the elevator. Anytime you're in the elevator, they all go in the corner and like lean. Like nobody has the energy to stand up in an elevator. Like you're not laughing now, but the next time you're in the elevator, you will. Trust me. Okay. So that's what I learned at my job. And another, like, I worked with the girl who was training me. She would wear cleavage shirts all the time with a necklace that would dangle in the cleavage like a fishing lure. You know what I mean? It would be making a noise like, get my cleavage, woo! And I was just like, damn it! Like, how hard are you going to make it for me to listen to you? First of all, we're talking about work, right? Boom! I don't care. It's not interesting. It's a lot of tit there and something shiny. I have to. I'm a man. You know what I mean? Like what are you doing? And it was of Jesus on the cross. Even Jesus was looking. He was like, whoa, look at them. I made those. Thomas is doubting if they're real or not, but they are. Those are real. Somebody get me off this. I want to. All right. Anyway. So, and while I was working there, I was called into the office and I was informed that I had received I had signed a piece of paper telling me I received my first verbal warning. And I was like, I don't think you're using that word right. You know, like I was an English minor, and usually verbal means not paper trail. So you might want to think about that.
What was it for, Kirk?
It was still in litigation, so I can't actually fully disclose, but it had nothing to do with the cleavage shirt lady. No. But no, here's the last part. Like I was working there. And by the way, like I was there for a month, and everybody I worked with like left, and I was like, "Oh, where are you guys going?" And they go, "Oh, we're going to interview somebody for your job." And I was like, "Oh, can I come?" And they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me help interview. But like but anyway, they picked me, and it was so funny because like there's an HR lady, and I kept forgetting to bring in the forms, and she was getting mad at me. And by the day I finally filled them out, like the next day, it was when I was fired. So she's like, "God damn it." Like stupid. But anyway, so at one point we get I get an email, and it goes, "Tell us why you're cool." And I was like, "Oh, I was 25-ish, somewhere around there. I was a comic. Like the word cool seemed kind of, does it seem kind of informal to you guys? Does that make sense?"
Yes.
Okay, so I took it. I was like, "Oh, let me have some fun with this." And I think this is why, as a comic, like we don't do well in office jobs. It's like putting me like a comic or in a cubicle is like, I don't know. It's just like giving like a seal like a banjo. He's like, I don't know what to do with this. It's not a fit. So anyway, so tell us why you're cool. So I go, all right. I went to college here. I did that and I did that. I go, I'm mildly ticklish. I'm lactose tolerant, not intolerant. I am a member of the Bowlers Hall of Fame. And I was officially recognized by the organization of Black Mamma Jammas as the black private dick who gets all the chicks. So, like, that's what I email away. And I don't know, John, you're employed, so you already see this is not, but it made sense. And anyway, I see my buddy Jeff, he was the guy that got me the job, and I was like, "Hey, what was that email about?" And he goes, "Oh, that was we're organizing a new program to introduce the staff to our new boss." I was like, "Oh shit!" I go, "Can I'm gonna have to. I can write you another one. I made some jokes." He's like, "I'm sure you're fine." It's like, "I made a reference to Shaft," and he's like, "Why did you do that?" And I'm like, "You were the one who hired me. This is on you." But So I have to, but they already sent it to the new boss lady who I've never met, and I had to go knock on her door, ding, ding. Hey, my name's Kirk. You don't know me, but I kind of saw the word cool and kind of messed around with it. I can have a serious one before the end of the day. And she's like, yours was my favorite one. I loved yours. And I'm like, what? And she goes, we're gonna have to get a bowling league together. I'm like, oh damn! Like she thought. So the rest of the time I worked there, I had to pretend I had hurt arm so I couldn't go bowling because this dumbass. First, I'm 25. What are the odds? I've climbed the ranks of the bowling and then just walked away like a gunslinger. Like I had enough. I'm going to have an office job now. Like I didn't want to work for a lady like that who fired me a week later. So it all worked
out. That's an excellent story, Kirk.
And none of it was people. Where'd you get material? I remember sometimes the stuff like that sticks out.
I was captivated. I couldn't wait to see where that one was going.
So that was one of my office jobs. So yay.
Hey. Always fun to see what's going on in Kirk's corner. It's a trip.
It's not for the employed. The employed people go, what the hell? Why did he do that? No, you don't do that. None of that you do. But like, I don't know.